Hey everybody, Economic Ninja here. I hope you're doing great. I am out here in Vancouver right now, and I wanted to film this company back here. I can't talk about it because they needed all these permissions, special permissions. And I said, the Ninja is last minute. How do you like that custom video now? They wouldn't let me close the planes. I guess they thought the Ninja was gonna jump in and take off. Ha ha ha. So I wanted to cover a story about them, about a battery-powered aircraft that I think is absolutely crazy. So check this out. Harbor Air and Magni-X announces successful flight of world's first commercial electric airplane. This fleet right here that used to and someday will be completely phased out. I know it sounds crazy to even contemplate an electric-powered aircraft. This company did it. Vancouver, British Columbia. This was from December 10th. Harbor Air, North America's largest seaplane airline, and Magni-X, the company powering the electric aviation revolution today, announced the successful flight of the world's first all-electric commercial aircraft. The successful flight of the E-plane, a 6-passenger DHC-2 de Havilland Beaver, magnified by a 750 horsepower or 560 kilowatt Magni 500 propulsion system took place on the Fraser River at Harbor Air Seaplanes Terminal in Richmond. How crazy is it that we are living in a time where we are literally watching combustion engines, jet engines, literally being turned into electric engines? Guys, this is why I invest in lithium. The lithium space is on fire. Last year, lithium was literally on price point, just going up and up and up. Why? Because of the next story that I'm gonna cover, and this is out of what Elon Musk just covered about Tesla's need for more lithium and the ability and the need to refine it. Guys, first, I wanna give a shout out to the video sponsor today, and that is E3 Lithium. You can find them on the OTCQX exchange under the ticker EEMMF. Guys, let's go over this story right here. It's entitled, Tesla's Elon Musk calls for lithium refining to be raised dramatically, quote unquote. It says Tesla CEO Elon Musk recently noted that he does not believe a change in copper production is necessary to ensure that the sustainability movement continues its ramp. He did highlight, however, that lithium refining needs to increase by a substantial degree. Now, this is based off of a tweet that came out of the one, the only Wall Street Silver, and a comment that Elon Musk said. So, well, here, let me go over first the tweet from Wall Street Silver. It stated, China is the largest copper producer in the world, which is 29%. In order for green technologies to scale up, the world needs to double annual copper production, and that seems unlikely. Activists are using ESG to block development of new mines, copper to the moon. Elon Musk said this, no change in copper production is required for the transition to sustainable energy. Lithium refinement needs to increase dramatically, but lithium ore itself is extremely common throughout the earth. And that's absolutely true. Now, with that being said, there is richer deposits of lithium in certain countries as opposed to others, but the point is there's only so many companies that are out there trying to identify places to go and find it. That brings us to today's sponsor, and that's E3 Lithium. So, all right. It's really cloudy, so I don't think, editor, are you gonna be able to get those through the clouds? No? All right, let's figure, where are the notes? They're here somewhere?
A few minutes later.
Where are those? Oh, sweet. Thank you, editor. All right, guys, let's talk about E3 Lithium. Again, on this TSX Venture Exchange, the ticker is ETL and the OTCQX is EEMMF. Some interesting points I want to point out about this company. This company has been around since 2016, which was way before the lithium hype. Lithium was needed back then, obviously, for battery production and things like that. But as technology is advancing and we're seeing these auto sales, the electric car auto sales going through the roof, and someday planes like these turning into straight up battery-powered machines, the need for lithium is exploding, right? So the price for lithium in the last couple of years has been going up exponentially. So this company's been around before all of the hype. It has a pretty good solid market cap, sitting around, depending on what day this video goes out, around, well, you know what? I'm just gonna put it up the numbers. I mean, it's got a really tightly held share structure of about 63 million shares outstanding. In Canadian terms, or even US terms, it's a small market cap in relation to the valuation other companies have given it. One of the things that I like about this company is it actually has sort of a tech feature to it. It has developed a technology that is enhancing and refining the way that companies can find and get lithium out of the ground, and doing it at a much better speed. So much so that the country of Canada actually invested 27 million Canadian dollars in the company. This is not a loan. This is actually an investment. And this investment came from the Government of Canada Science and Economic Development's Strategic Innovation Fund. That's a really awesome thing for a company to have such an awesome technology that they're advancing it, so much so that the Government of Canada wanted to invest money in this. You guys remember that I covered the story a few months ago, how the Government of Canada literally told China that they had to start divesting, getting out of certain lithium companies in the country. And the reason why is because they were trying to gobble up market share of all these companies in Canada. That shows a lot about what the Government of Canada thinks about the lithium space and how vital it is to the country actually bringing in revenue. So that's something that's really interesting and something that you should be taking note of right now. As the price of lithium keeps rising and as China keeps trying to grab market share of all these exploration companies or producing companies that are producing or finding lithium, because they have such a demand for lithium right now and making all of those batteries, this should turn some ears, turn some eyeballs right now. All right, now let's talk about their preliminary economic assessment, or PEA. It shows a net present value of around $1.1 billion. That's in US terms, compared to their market cap of a little over $100 million. So when you start to take in this data and start to see how literally undervalued some of these companies are, you start to understand why I'm looking at investing in the resource sector, because it's one of those sectors that are still very unappreciated. Even as you see the price of lithium keep rising, along with other metals that are needed for this green revolution, like those battery-powered airplanes, you start to see that you want to be ahead of the pack. They have a strategic partnership with Imperial Oil. Now, this is another thing that's really interesting. Imperial Oil is owned, approximately 70% of it is owned by Exxon. So you're pretty much dealing with Exxon, the company, as well. They were the first to identify oil and gas deposits in this region, and Imperial invested $5 million into E3 Lithium, not only because they believe in what they're doing, but they know how much lithium is in this area. So they invested not only the money, but they give technical support to help E3 Lithium identify more lithium in those properties. Another very interesting thing, when you have large cap companies that are investing in smaller companies, it shows that they have done their due diligence. And that's what I like to do. I like to follow other large companies that are very successful doing their due diligence on the companies that I want to invest in. So in closing, guys, think about this quote from Elon Musk. And I think it's very, very telling of where we're headed in the lithium space and talking about where future prices may go for lithium. Musk says this is a quote: Musk called lithium prices, quote unquote, crazy expensive, and has repeatedly encouraged entrepreneurs to start refining lithium as a way to ease supply bottlenecks of the key materials used in lithium-ion batteries. Remember, it's one thing to refine the lithium, it's another thing to be able to find it. And there's only there's only so many companies that are out there aggressively looking for lithium. And when you look at the numbers that E3 Lithium's put out, they have right now a pretty massive 24.3 million tons of inferred lithium in their resource reports. And so it's all about who's got the lithium, and then the next thing is who's gonna refine the lithium. Guys, I hope you have a great day. Thank you so much for watching. The Economic Ninja is out.